Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm Skylar.
Recently, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
And it didn't take us long to become completely obsessed with the show.
But one of the things we love the most about the show is the brilliant end credit sequences.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we're going episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credits.
We're excited to have you join us right here on Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due.
All right!
Chip chipperoo, paper plane enthusiasts. You don't have to say paper plane airplane. That's redundant.
It is redundant. Like
Wow.
how people say chai, tea. It's just chai.
Chai chai. Where did we just hear that? The Treasure of Foggy Mountain?
Yes. That was that was like a cute little watch.
That was a fun movie.
It was. Lots going on over here today. There was a streaker at Disneyland.
Yeah, there was a streaker at Disneyland. Go watch those videos. The guy disrobed and walked around. It's a Small World, like walked on all the sets and stuff. It's safe for family viewing because he kept his undies on.
He is not a boxers guy. He's a briefs guy.
Yeah, or boxers briefs.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was boxers
When
or
you're not
briefs.
quite a boxers guy and you're not quite a brief guy, you're a boxers brief guy. That's what I wear. TMI? No.
What are
People
briefs
should know these
then?
things.
Tidy whities?
Yeah.
Whoa, I did not know. I thought it was one or the other.
The more you know. Okay, so we've got the news that there's a streaker at Disneyland. What else is happening here?
Well, I have something hot off the press to tell you, and I forgot to tell you before we started recording.
Is it Disney related, streaker related, or Bob's Burgers related?
Bob's Burgers related.
Good. That makes the most sense for this podcast.
Would you like a free Bob's Burgers sticker?
Yeah,
A
why
free
not?
Bob's Burgers themed sticker.
Sure.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to our
Oh.
wonderful listeners.
Oh, I thought I was going to get a sticker at the end of this.
You can participate too.
Thank you.
And the shipping will be really fast because I'll just hand it to you
Oh, okay,
from across
perfect.
the room. We are so excited to tell you guys that we're starting a cute little free sticker program. If you want a free Bob's Burgers themed sticker, go and leave us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen to us, and we will send you a sticker. This is a win-win. You get a free sticker, and we will get introduced to new potential listeners. So I'm very excited about this. Also, shout out to the podcast Love Murder. I was inspired by them for this new idea. And if you have already left us a review and you're like, well, I want a sticker.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Except for Louise.
No stickers.
No.
Wow, that was like a deep fact about Louise.
Yeah.
That was just in your head.
Yeah, that's most of what's in my brain now, thanks to this podcast. And
Okay.
anything else, anything like useful outside of this, we're screwed.
We're like, how do you do taxes? But
Exactly. If we ever have to survive in the wilderness, nope. Unless I had just watched a river. What is it? A river runs through Bob. What's that episode?
That's exactly it. I don't think that teaches you how to survive in the wilderness.
I mean, they do it, so
I think that teaches you how to survive food poisoning in the wilderness, which is just let it run through you.
well, there's a good chance that if you're with me and we're in the wilderness, that we also have had food poisoning for some reason.
Yes, based on our luck. So, do I know simple math? No. But I do
4.
know. But I do know how many uvulas are on the animated series Bob's Burgers. Anyway, back to the stickers. If you have already left us a review, a 5-star review, and you want that sticker, maybe go on to Reddit or a Facebook group and suggest our podcast. So leave that review, screenshot it, email it to us at bobscredits@gmail.com with the screenshot of your review, and we're going to send you a very cute sticker.
Before we hop into Bob Pun or Max Pun, We have a couple Patreon subscribers to thank, and we have to burger pun their names. Thank you so much, Rita Louise. Moving forward, you will be known as the Pita Blue Cheeseburger.
Yum. Also, amazing name.
It's a great name, especially that second one.
The button name.
Yeah. No,
very well done.
I meant Louise, but
oh, yes.
yes, but the burger name specifically, absolutely. And also, thank you, Alaya Maxwell. Moving forward, you will be known as Araya Maxwellington Burger.
Another great name, another great burger.
Rye burger with some Wellington.
Oh my God, yum.
Yeah.
We made beef Wellington for Christmas once.
Mm-hmm.
The oven did go off.
You mean the smoke alarm?
The smoke alarm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Two
It was
biscuits. Wild. Absolute terror.
He was like, this is not the Christmas I wanted.
It's the Christmas of my not dreams.
Yeah.
My nightmares. Who says not dreams?
I liked that.
Okay, but
I feel like we're giddy because we have been doing so much like admin work. And
we have.
Which is all important and good. But sitting down and recording for y'all and creating content is like why we do this and why we love doing this.
Yeah, the creative part of it is the best part.
Yeah. And
not the clickety click at the computers.
Yes.
With just like chomping on cigars, clickety click click click. I don't know why we're like all of a sudden like 1920s news people.
I love that. We're gonna talk real fast.
Yeah, we're gonna write you a news story about
deadline and a deadline.
Can you believe that this prohibition? Okay, we are not improvers. Thank you to the two of you. Thank you for joining us on Patreon. We hope you're enjoying all the bonus content, all of the stuff we've got going on over there. It's so many fun things.
All of that you just saw inside our head is over there.
Yeah, a lot of times we just like take that stuff and put it into episodes.
Yeah,
over there for
our
you.
Patreon's like a little bit more behind the curtain, which is really fun. We'd love for y'all to come hang out with us.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get some YouTube bloopers up there too at some point. So it's just something else that we're going to add to the mix on Patreon. If you'd like to join us over there, patreon.com/BobsCredits.
All right, burger pun me up. Please.
This week, Skylar, for Bob Punter Max Pun, we are doing Store Next Door.
Ooh, I love this.
Are you ready for your first pun, Skylar?
I am.
I want you to want tea. I want you to want tea.
Max.
Bob.
No. I like that one a lot.
Your next pun is, I will always glove you.
No tagline?
Mittens. No tagline.
Max.
Yes. Get your Greek on. Mediterranean food.
Max.
Yes. And your final pun is, nothing but a ski thing. Winter sports.
Max.
Yes.
You were like, I have so much fun making these.
Nothing but a ski thing, baby.
Max Miller.
Skylar Harrison.
Are you ready for Skylar Sides? The fun facts before the fun facts.
Dish it, girl.
I am very excited about this. I have found my new favorite Bob's Burger account on Instagram.
Bob's Credits.
No.
Oh, damn.
Y'all know I'm a writer. I love reading. I love all the word stuff. So this particularly really fills my heart, but I know there's going to be some people who absolutely love this. I stumbled upon the best account. It only has 9 followers right now.
What?
I know. It's a hidden gem. Like I am sharing a hidden gem with y'all. The account is called Greasy Napkin Notes. And the author, the profile picture, and the name is Robert B. Ergers. Has this very Poe-esque picture of Bob Belcher right there. So this is an account of found poetry using only Bob's Burgers dialogue and lines. If you're not familiar with found poetry, you're basically using stuff that already exists. Does that make sense? So you're taking already written stuff and just taking pieces or lines or whole passages and turning it into new poetry.
Got it.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a live performance for you.
Oh, cool. Should I get my snapping fingers ready?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Max is wearing a black turtleneck right now. He has a very thin French cigarette and a bongo.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready? This is created by Greasy Napkin Notes. Please go follow if this interests you. Untitled. Welcome to the Rejected Moms Club. You look like someone who swallows cigarettes for free, drinks at bars, enjoy it while it lasts. My daughter's 13 too. We got stuck in the elevator at the orthodontist. I accidentally pushed the door open button. We thought we were going to die. Another round of shots, I think. I've had all the apple juice I can. Stomach. Tarot cards? Deal. Me in. What's wild? If you break the rules, you will be sent home. Your mom's a lot. I hear that the most. Fun part hasn't happened yet. To be fair, I chew weird. Robert B. Ergers. Thank you.
I love that. And I didn't realize how badly I need an episode where Linda goes and does like open mic poetry, but now I do.
Now I do too.
Yeah, that's fun.
I feel like Bob and her could get like competitive about slam poetry.
Yeah. Bob would be good at poetry too on an open mic.
So good.
With that monotone voice.
Oh, just sing to me, baby.
Should we get into this episode?
We should.
Skylar, can we have the title and synopsis for season 9, episode 5, please?
Absolutely, Max. I am not still trying to find it in my notes app at all. The title is Live and Let Fly. When Mr. Franz's humiliating Empathize Slide music video starring the Belcher kids goes public, our favorite siblings vow to seek revenge by flying a sky banner in front of all of CouncilCon. One problem, they need a sky banner. So they enlist Upskirt Kurt. They'll help him get revenge on his flying nemesis, and he'll fly the banner. Meanwhile, Bob and Linda prepare for a paper plane competition at the flight show.
This episode came out on November 4th, 2018. It was written by Rich Rinaldi and directed by Chris Song. We just watched it yesterday. We haven't seen it in a very long time. I barely remember this episode, to be honest.
I barely remember it. So I was getting really excited because I thought the Empathize Slide video was so funny and horrifying. I was excited to like stay in Wagstaff, and then that didn't happen. And it was this other crazy weird story, which I liked, but I didn't love.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it more than I thought I was going to like it going into it this time, because I didn't like the first Upskirt Kurt episode too much.
I do like that he's back. I love a recurring character.
I do too, and honestly, put Will Forte in anything. It's just pure gold every time. But I was like laughing a lot through this episode, a lot more that I'll remember it next time. Like I'll be like, I do remember laughing a whole bunch. There were a lot of really good jokes, especially from the like get-go after the credits.
Yes. I find that with episodes that I don't love, maybe because they're focusing on a character or a side character that I don't relate to as much or find as interesting, I will always be laughing the whole way through. Like they're two separate things to me. I just think the writing is that good that even if this isn't like my favorite episode, I'm going to be laughing.
Yeah, I agree. That's just one of the million reasons why this show is so special.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Did you like the B story over the A story?
The
more?
paper planes? The paper plane airplanes?
The paper plane airplanes.
Yeah. Again, this is a scenario where we have certain characters together, and I loved the Bob and Linda teaming up to try and win this paper plane airplane contest. Yeah,
they didn't go the competitive route. They both kind of took on
They found what their strengths were.
Exactly, and paired up. I find Bob getting really engrossed in something and wanting to do it exactly the right way. I just love that. That is so how I am in my life. And
He's a bit of a perfectionist.
Yeah, and then next week I could care less about paper airplanes. But for that one week, I'm not going to be a bread baker. I am going to be the bread baker. I'm going to start my own business, and I'm going to be like naturally really talented at it. And I'll discover, methods of how bread rises that no one else knew.
I can confirm this.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the group dynamic of the B story. Like, I loved the two of them and Teddy taking part too.
That's taking part. You mean being shoved aside?
I just, yeah. But
He wanted
he's there.
to win that.
He did. But it's funny that you mentioned how the A story, like, sometimes with sitcoms, like short 20-minute shitcoms. Some are shitcoms, let's be honest.
Yes.
It's so crazy to me where a story starts off and how far it gets away from where it starts off.
I know.
Bob's doesn't always do that. Bob's sometimes sticks right to a story, and it's just like, this one feels like it started off a Mr. Frond kid storyline, and then completely went to a different place and almost felt like two different stories combined to make one.
That's so fascinating that you say that, because when I was writing the synopsis, I was like, this is a lot.
Yeah, it felt like two different story ideas pushed into one.
Which I don't think is a bad thing.
No, not at all.
Sometimes simplicity is good. It's really interesting because I'm in the process of pitching a new novel to agents and getting some feedback that maybe things are too complicated. And so whenever Max and I are like watching movies, and now that I'm understanding so much more about like how to sell something, like you can have the best novel in the world, but if you don't know how to sell it in 3 sentences or whatever, it's not going to get published unless you self-publish, which is awesome as well. So when Max and I are like watching movies, I'm always like, did these 3 sentences capture me and like want to watch this movie? Sometimes they're way too vague. Sometimes they're way too complex. And when I was writing the synopsis, I was like, this is a lot. This is a lot to pitch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's weird because you almost forget, even though the kids are teaming up with Upskirt Kurt here, you almost forget what the main reason for them doing. Like, you forget about the Frond storyline until we see Frond again at the end.
Well, if you're saying that, I personally think that's a story problem.
Yeah. Maybe there's just too much going on.
Yeah.
And a part of that is because Upskirt Kurt and his sister Laverne are such like story stealing characters. Like, they're so like in your face.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You're always the one that's like, you have a little bit more trouble when one of the episodes, like the main protagonist of the episode isn't one of the Belchers. And that was kind of what I was feeling with this. Yeah. I also will say I thought their plot was super cruel. And it made me uncomfortable. They were going to reveal Mr. Frond as mean to his peers. So, of course, the lesson they learned that maybe this was great, but I thought it was cruel to begin with, to be honest.
Yeah, I do want to see what the website, the hottest cats for counselors, look like. Or was it just Mr. Frond's video? Or did they even like try and put some cats on there?
Are you telling me like
cats.
You're really interested in the web design of this website?
I'm very curious about it. And if it was like hottest cats, are they like actual cats, or is it like the cats from the movie Cats? Or
that's not
those
hot
are like
cats.
If you're trying to be like sexy cats, maybe there's some sexy cats in that movie.
I think those were disturbing cats from the reviews I remember.
Anyway, I just I'm not going to go online now and search like sexy cats or hot cats. I'm scared about what that would bring up, especially with safe search.
I think what I would love is hot cats. They're wearing too many winter clothing. A knit cat. What is this?
Yeah.
A cap, a scarf, mittens, kitten mittens.
Okay, so you're like, they're a little
warm.
too warm.
Yeah.
But not like, we don't want them uncomfortably warm. We don't want like, you left your cat in the car warm.
Snuggled
Yes.
warm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think you're onto something now. I think we have to start
we need to start that website.
hottest cats website.
I wonder if someone has that URL. Like, wouldn't that be like the most epic marketing ploy?
For just like hottest cats?
For us to own a Bob's Burgers crazy website, and then it sends people to like our podcast.
You know what I'm doing right after this.
I never really know if Max is joking or not because he's been known to do stuff like that. He went viral on Twitter for putting an onion in a plastic bag. Long story. I'm sure a lot of y'all know about it.
Yeah, but I might do this. My next goal is to go viral for hot cats.
Yeah.
Well, we get carried away here. I mentioned Kurt's sister Laverne. I just wanted to say we got Will Forte back, as I mentioned. Great voice, always funny. A voice when, one of the voices on Great North. But who voices his sister? A name we've become very, very familiar with on this podcast. She's not main cast, but she does so many voices. Brooke Dillman, who has become a fan favorite, at least over here. We're fans.
Absolutely.
We love Brooke Dillman so much. Super talented voice actor and comedic actor.
Love her.
Would you like some fun facts?
I would, but before we get to fun facts, I just want to say we want to hear from y'all. We want your opinions. Maybe they don't align with
Always. We
our
want to hear
opinions.
yours.
And I think the best place to do that is on our Instagram post promoting this week's episode.
Yeah, our little carousel that has all of the pictures that you can go look at that you kind of complement this episode.
Yeah. So our question for y'all is, how would you rate this episode? Is this one of your favorites? Is it meh? We want to know. Go over there. Hit me with your fun facts.
Hit me with your fun facts. The names of the paper planes, I don't know if you noticed, Bob, like in his dream sequence, says, I don't know if I should go with Bowfinger or Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yes.
I noticed both of those as Steve Martin's in both of those movies, and I thought they were Steve Martin movies.
Love it.
But then I forgot the guy's name.
The Guru.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know. Bob buys a
Barry
book.
B. Folden, maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that.
The things that are stuck in the back of your mind, Max.
Totally useless. It's Barry B. Folden and Hot Cats. He says, "What about Bob?" which is not a Steve Martin movie. It's a great Bill Murray movie.
Okay.
It turns out all those movies are directed by Frank Oz, who you probably best know, ladies and gentlemen, as the voice of Miss Piggy, the voice of Yoda.
And so this voice actor is also a director?
Yeah, Frank Oz has directed a lot of movies. A lot of very good, like, comedies. Those are all great movies. Those three.
The love of pop culture and film and TV of the writers and producers and animators on the show. That's, so cool. I will tell you that his like Guru befolding Bob's dream is just one of my highlights of the episode for sure.
Yeah, and we're going to see him in the end credits. Spoiler alert. We have a second Studio Ghibli movie parody on Bob's Burgers here. Do you remember the first one?
Of course. Indecent Thanksgiving Proposal, the Totoro.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
I think it's Totoro.
Totoro?
My Neighbor Totoro.
Yep.
I apologize for my pronunciation.
The growing tree. Is it growing?
In the Indecent Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And the like turkey that they ride on and stuff that looked like Totoro.
Yeah.
In this one, Bob's Dream is a parody of The Wind Rises from 2013.
Okay, I just did a Bob's Burgers puzzle in my head. Yesterday, I was sitting there looking at this parody. I didn't know it was a parody because I'm not that familiar with Studio Ghibli. So I didn't know it was a parody, but I was sitting there and I was just like, the animation of the sky in this scene is absolutely breathtaking and unbelievable. Now, if you remember from a few episodes ago, one of Lauren Bouchard's visual inspirations and references was Studio
Ghibli.
Mm-hmm. So wow. This cloud inspiration has been going on for a long time. That's so cool.
I think if you're in animation in any form, you have to appreciate those movies. They're beautiful. Absolutely. No matter what type of style you do, it's just, they're such beautiful movies.
Yeah, that's what Lauren Bouchard said. He's like, it is the pinnacle. Yeah,
it's been proven. And the movies are wonderful. I've only seen a couple myself, and I've always meant to sit and watch more.
We will.
Yeah. So the story of that movie, according to IMDb, is a look at the life of Jiro Horikoshi, the man who designed Japanese fighter planes during World War II. So it all ties into
Oh
this
my
to this
gosh.
kind of story.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
The only other fun fact I have for you is that the announcer at the air show
Mm-hmm.
is dressed like Howard Hughes.
Howard.
Howard, get in the car. Skylar and I, at least once a day, quote the Aviator, the Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Howard Hughes movie.
Yep.
Whether it's, what's her name?
Katharine Hepburn.
Katharine Hepburn, but who plays her?
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. It's a very specific Katharine Hepburn. It's not Katharine Hepburn. It's Kate Blanchett as Katharine Hepburn. I would get in the car, Howard.
I didn't know that.
Get in the car. Or I'll do, whenever Leonardo DiCaprio does Howard Hughes, The Way of the Future. The Way of the Future.
Yep.
Show me the blueprints.
Yep.
Show me the blueprints.
Oh,
We quote that at least once a day,
We sure do.
which is very weird.
Is it?
I don't know. Let's chime in here. Do you quote Martin Scorsese's The Aviator on a daily basis in your home? Let us know, because we do it here.
The reason I think we quote it so much is it's one of the only impressions that I can do pretty well. Get in the car.
It really is good. Really is good. Why did she talk like that? Why did Katharine Hepburn talk like that?
She was a movie star, honey.
I know. Why did they all talk like that in the old movies?
I love it.
I feel like in the movies back then, you were kind of like trained to talk a specific way. Like that's why they all
Yeah.
sound like that. But did they all actually she was playing her in like day-to-day life in that in The Aviator. So did she actually talk like that, or was it something an affect she turned on for the movies?
I am sure there are plenty of Katharine Hepburn interviews, and we will look them up afterwards.
Okay.
We'll get to the bottom of this. Don't
Okay.
you
I'm
worry.
strictly Hot Cats and Katharine Hepburn after this. That's another URL. HotCatsandKatharineHepburn.com.
I was going to say it sounds like a really cool like film, like My Week with Marilyn, but it's Hot Cats and Hepburn, like artsy.
Yeah, and the hot cats could just be like cool people from her time.
From We're back to jumping on cigars, doing our admin work. Clickety clackety, clickety clack. What is happening?
I don't know.
I told Max, I said, this is the Monday after Thanksgiving. And I have just had so much work to do. And I just woke up and I looked at him this morning. I said, I'm so excited to record with you.
Yeah, we so rarely like check out, and we checked out a bit over these past few days, these Thanksgiving days, and you can feel it.
Yeah, I'm like embarrassed at how enthused we are right now. Anyway, I don't even know where we were. We were at
I think unless you have anything else to say about this episode, I think it's time to kind of like jump into the end credits.
I'll say one last thing, and that is I thought the music video was so funny. And would you say it's Fresh Prince?
Yeah, kind of like that's the style. Maybe Fran grew up with that.
Fresh Prince
in
of
that
Bel-Air.
era. Yeah, it's very Fresh Prince, like Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
The highlighter, like
Super 90s.
it's so 90s. It was really fun. You know who we've gotten a lot of Rudy. We've gotten a lot of Teddy backstory with things hoarding. I want to like Mr. Frond a little bit more than I like him right now.
Yeah. So we've had some Fran diehards
We do.
who've chimed in, but I've never like loved him.
Yeah.
But I don't like dislike him. He's not like someone like comes on the screen and I'm like, no. I forgot a few of those. Hugo.
Yep. We sure do. Alrighty.
Okay, so the last moments before the end credits, we've got this paper airplane contest happening, and will the Belchers win a washing machine?
I'm rooting for him.
I am too.
Here goes.
It's beautiful.
We might actually win.
And it just flew past the washing machine.
Damn it.
And into the blender!
We want a blender! Yes!
I'm so happy for
We
them.
want a blender!
We're rich!
Nice. There's so many things I've been wanting to blend.
We've just been smushing stuff with our hands.
Smoothies at Bob's Place, everybody. Come on!
What an ending. I love that they won that blender. I love Bob just being so excited.
Me too.
I love when Bob gets a win.
If this happened to us and we got a paper airplane into a blender, we don't need a blender, but
No.
I would be over the moon.
Yeah.
Love a Bob win.
I love Teddy inviting everyone to Bob's for smoothies.
Love it.
If you were at a like paper, and sorry, it's not a paper airplane show,
it could be.
but I would go to a paper airplane show. I think if you were at a air show and someone in the stand said, "Everyone to this person's place for smoothies," would you go?
No.
Right. So I think they're okay.
I think they're okay.
Maybe some people came and maybe they were able to convert them to customers at Bob's.
Maybe.
This show, known for its continuity, do you think this blender is in the kitchen moving forward? We should keep an eye out.
No, because we too have a small kitchen. And if we're bringing something home, it's got to be able to fit in a cabinet because I'm not letting you put something else on the counter.
Okay, but you're not the Belchers.
No, I'm not. Oh my God. So there's this like diorama that someone did of the Belcher's kitchen. It's on our Instagram. Tina's room is also my favorite. It's super cute. But from that, I learned that the Belchers have their microwave on top of the refrigerator.
They do?
Well, that's what the diorama had. And so there was like this whole conversation in the comments, like, I've never noticed this. And someone was like, yeah, it is actually there. And it blew my mind.
Wow.
That is the oddest place. And it shows you, how small their kitchen is.
Yeah. So what if the kids want to microwave stuff?
Someone in the comments was like, well, given Jean's like midnight snack habit, it might be like a good place for it.
Cold dishes only.
Cold meats.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he loves charcuterie so
Could be.
much.
Yeah, you don't need a microwave for any of that stuff.
Wait, do we think the microwave got put on top of the refrigerator because the kids were doing crazy things with it?
Yeah, or like they made too many messes in there and everyone knows how annoying a messy microwave is.
Yes.
Okay, so we have that last moment, very happy moment, and we go into these end credits. Tell me what we're seeing here.
We are seeing the top half is the animation, bottom half is white for the credits. And then we are seeing this gorgeous sky that we've just been discussing. And then we see a, life-size, huge paper airplane, and the whole Belcher family is riding on it. Bob is carrying their win, the blender, and then a plane flies behind them, and it says, "Hot cats for guidance counselors, blah, 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 naughty cat stop bid."
And we hear this music, which is the lyrics to it are from Mr. Fran's video. Let's swap eyes so we can empathize.
Okay.
But what I love about it is that it's very, and I assume this is who they were going for, it sounds like a Daft Punk song to me.
Yeah.
It honestly could be a Daft Punk song.
Yeah.
If you told me, I would be like, oh, yeah, that's Daft Punk. Let's see what else happens.
The kids' hair. This airplane is really fluid, just flying with the family, and the kids' hair and the blender's electrical cord, which I did not notice in the first watch, is just like blowing, like flapping in the wind. It is so great. Such great animation.
And then we see both Kurt and Laverne's planes kind of like fly in front of the paper plane with the Belchers on it, and they kind of like
There's some dogfighting
they're
happening.
zigzagging through there, unless they're just playing at this point. And then we get some more lyrics. At a certain point, they say, "Over a bowl of pad thai," and the background's like, "I want some noodles."
I think it says pad thai.
Pad thai?
The only reason I know that is because when you were setting it up, is your subtitles were on and it said pad thai.
Love it.
Did you see it?
Yep. They do say pad thai.
Yeah.
That's great.
So let's swap eyes so we can,
Pad thai.
yeah,
I want some noodles.
maybe my favorite line ever. I always want noodles.
Then we get, so there's more like of Laverne and Kurt kind of flying by, and then we get some appliances just floating in the air. some of the
I
left
thought
behind
I saw
appliances.
a microwave.
Yeah. And then we're going to get one last appearance at the end here. Okay, why'd you laugh? What happened at the end there?
Okay, so what's his name? Bob's paper plane?
I think it's Barry B. Folden.
Barry B. Folding, in his very zen way, is sitting on a cloud, floating on the cloud, holding a paper airplane. And Bob sees him float in front of them, and he holds his blender into the air with that classic Bob Belcher pride. And he is smiling. He's like, look what I won for us. And that's why I laughed, because it was just really sweet.
It's a great way to end those credits.
Yeah. I have to be honest, I'm feeling more fond of these credits now that we've gone through them than I was yesterday. Do we know why we're talking about pad thai?
Because that's what Kurt ate the time he had the upset tummy when he tried to do the...
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No, it was
What was
Huevos
it?
Rancheros.
Oh, there was something about pad thai in there.
See, the funny thing is that I
Those
think
are the best kind of whales.
the funny thing is, like, I feel like Gene could make a pad thai joke at any moment in any episode. So I'm like, did he?
There was something about pad thai. There's no
Okay.
reason. It's just...
Well, the pad thai pulls my whole thing up.
Okay.
The whole point.
I'm very upset. I thought I was onto that.
I don't really care. I just want some pad thai.
Okay. You can tell that it is dangerously close to lunchtime again, as the end of an episode is when Skylar gets very hungry, and this pad thai and Huevos Rancheros discussion is not helping.
Mm.
Are you ready to score?
Yeah, you have to go first, though.
We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's I'm going to give these a 9.5.
Whoa!
Yeah. Let me tell you why.
Please.
I love this song. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
like, I love Daft Punk,
Yeah,
and I love how catchy Daft Punk songs are.
yeah.
And it sounds just like a Daft Punk song. And Daft Punk songs are so repetitive. This could be a 6-minute song. And you'd be like, oh, yes, that's Daft Punk. All right.
We're going to go cook lunch right now, and we will be singing this, like, for sure.
Yeah, we'll put on some helmets, and no one will know our actual
Identity.
identities. And
Sorry, sometimes we do inside jokes on here, and you probably are like, why are they talking
if you
like
want
that?
to know, ask us. We'll tell you.
Yeah.
But because I love this song so much, pair it up with those visuals. Like, I love how beautiful this little sequence is.
And your fun fact takes this whole end credits up 5 notches, because this is once again referencing Studio Ghibli's. Did I say it right?
I think it's Ghibli. And I could be
Ghibli.
mispronouncing it too, to be honest. So
It's my dyslexia. Like, it's just hard for me. It's not lack of trying, I promise. But that fun fact brought this to life in a whole new level. So I'm going to give him a 9.
there you go.
I'm going to give him an 8.5.
Oh,
I'm gonna give him 9.
Oh, okay. So many things are happening right now, everyone.
Because when Bob holds up that blender, it is such an amazing moment. And then I didn't notice it yesterday, but the way the blender's electrical cord flaps in the wind is too good.
Yeah, there are details, like even the paper airplane they're flying on, how it flaps and stuff in certain places.
Yes, and you have to keep an eye out for how Louise's bunny ears flap in the wind.
Yeah.
It's really fantastic.
It's great. Those are the end credits to Live and Let Fly. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Go follow us so you can get all those images that go with this on Instagram at Bob's Credits. Follow us on Threads at Bob's Credits. And go watch our YouTube videos. Subscribe on YouTube. We're Bob's Credits there too. Surprise, surprise. Anywhere you need to find us. We're on TikTok. Bob's Credits.
Bob's Credits.
Hey.
It's so great.
There you go.
And don't forget, if you want a sticker, write a 5-star review, screenshot it, email it to us at bobscredits@gmail.com.
We got the Gmail. Bob's Credits.
We got the Gmail.
Is there anything you want to say to everyone before we get out of here?
Yeah. I want to say, because I am dreaming of noodles, stay saucy, y'all. Why are you staring blankly at me?
I was trying to think of a Daft Punk song off the top of my head, and I couldn't.
Oh, well, I wouldn't have gotten that joke anyway. Oh, dun 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 dun. To get lucky.